Hey guys, True Knight here. To give you guys perspective, I did just record this whole deck profile and didn't realize that I didn't hit the record button correctly, so forgive me if I'm a bit agitated about that, but anyway, tonight I went to a tournament called the Heart of the Underdog, hosted by Brennan Beckman over at Ghost Gaming in Denver. Shout out. You're my boy Blue. Anyway, so the fundamentals of this tournament is you can't use any of the meta tier decks. Kashtira, Sprite, Labyrinth, Sortal, Mathmech, Bestials, Branded, any of them. You have to use something else. So overall, super fun, exciting time. The guys were all there having a blast. Everybody was laughing and joyful. It wasn't your usual tournament where, I kid you not, like it's silent as a graveyard and people are just so focused, and I get it, it's competitive, but like tonight was just such a nice let loose, let's have some fun, play older Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it was just a great time. I really wish I had brought Satellar or Noble Knight, but I don't have either of the decks completed. I am waiting on Denebs in the mail, and I don't have anything from Noble Knight, but those are my two most nostalgic decks. That's what I started on, so that, or I was going to play Pure Necros, but maybe in the future if he does these again, which I'm sure he will, because we had like 5 rounds. I think we had 10 tables, so 20 people, so not bad for a first time trying it. But I went X2. I didn't know about the tournament until Wednesday night, and I didn't put this deck together until Thursday afternoon yesterday. Tonight's Friday night, so for 24 hours of just practicing and learning this deck, I don't think I'm going to give myself too hard of a time going X2. Didn't place in top 4 or anything, I'm not worried about that. My 2 losses tonight were to Punk. Punk is strong. What do you call it? Psychic and Punisher is insane. Maze balls and kicks my ass. So, even though I have Baguska, I just didn't know the ruling on it, and I screwed up and didn't summon it. I should have. But anyway, let's get right into the deck. We'll talk about it. For me, it's pretty standard to the meta. Not much different than what you guys have seen. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, watched Pack play it, watched a couple of people play it on Twitch, and that's where I got all the ideas from. It is similar to Sword Soul, which is what really drew me to it, because in the sense that the non-engine cards are identical to what Sword Soul runs. So I went with this because of that comfortability. But yeah, 3 Melio, 3 Mantis, 3 Puka, 3 or 2 Arrows, sorry, and 2 Die. Definitely saw her the most tonight, followed by her. I would have to search or find a way to get to these guys. I didn't see them at all in my opening hands at all tonight, which sucked and made me so sad, but saw these guys a lot, so hey, at least I got to see some. But pretty standard. I decided last night between either 3 or 3, and I wanted to go with this because of the search factor and the banishment. I'm all about interrupting my opponent's plays, so I'd rather do that than do extend. So, wouldn't increase or decrease. I think this is a good number of Traptrix to win. So, honorary Traptrix, parallel XC. I think as long as the deck can function with it, you should run this card. The 1 field spell wouldn't increase or decrease. I think it's perfect at 1. The whole reason this deck works, Alatea, amazing effect. Don't forget that she has a 24 booty, so if you, for whatever reason, can't go into anything, or if you're stuck between making decisions, sitting on a 24 going at the end of first is not bad. Now for the trap hole cards, which I'm probably going to change around as I go along with this deck, but 1 Gravedigger, 1 Bobulus, 1 Terrifying, 1 Floodgate, and 1 Nightmare, and 1 Time Space. I really want more of these. I think they're just clutch. Kind of want one more of this because this is just cracked in my opinion. This is not all that I ran into it tonight once, cool, but I use this more than anything else, I'm not gonna lie. So that's just my thoughts on it, but these are like your bread and butter, I think. So yeah, that's my thought and opinion on it. Non-engine cards, 3 Ash. I just think it's clutch. It's like I told somebody today, it's not a game-defining card, but it's a cherry on top. So while we can use it, I'm going to. 3 Nib, 3 Imperm, and 3 Evenly. So this deck struggles really hard going second, and this is the bane of this deck's existence, but we run it too, just in case. I think you gotta run something of this nature, this caliber. Now, in my opinion, going forward, what I'll probably do is put a couple of these guys in, and I'm definitely gonna put Book in if it was meta calling, but for this tournament tonight, I think these did fine. The ones that I had in. And then, sorry, my voice is a bit out. It's been a long week. The last 2 cards in the deck, 2 Torrential Tribute. I don't think it's a bad card. I don't think I had like any quarrel with it or anything like that. In theory of what it can do, I understand, but I had it one game and just let it sit the whole time because I was so much further ahead of my opponent. I didn't want to neg myself. So maybe side it, maybe, but I'm kind of thinking about just taking it out in general. 40 card min, extra deck, 3 Sura Yugioh. These 2 I ran. I never went into her, not even once. I thought about it one time, but my opponent didn't show me any kind of reason to be scared about back row removal, so I just didn't. I used this a few times to go for game. One Link Rebo. I thought people were going to be playing Nibbly. Nobody did. So. 2 Rafflesia. I see people playing 1. In my opinion, this card is like your bread and butter, kind of. I would probably say keep it at 2 for sure. My favorite one that I went into the most tonight, Clutch, really saved my butt a couple of times. Never went into this one, but it's there if you need it. Went into Redoer every time I went first. It's a great card, pretty cool. Let me draw a lot. I wish I had gone into you in Punk matchups, but I never did, but I should have. Remember that. One of my favorite cards of all time, but never saw the need to go into it. And Zeus, I think you gotta run it. Side deck, only used like 6 cards out of it, but I should have used it more, but I don't know. It was really loose and fun tonight, so I didn't really think about it. But Drone Luck went into this every time I sided. I just think it's nuts against older mechanics. 3 Gamma. Never really ran into a boss monster that I was that scared of. I just ran into a lot of higher attack, so didn't really use that. Never saw a back row deck. I was like one of the only ones playing back row, so didn't have to use these. I used this several times. Really helped me in mid matches against Punk, but I couldn't close out the win. And never once sided this in, but I wanted to, so gotta focus on doing that in the future. I just hate paying life, so I gotta get over that hump and be a better player in the sense of time management. But yeah, overall, my thoughts and experience, I think this tournament was far and away the funnest one I've been to since I've gotten back in the game, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Looking forward to these kind of tournaments in the future. We do have another one coming up next week where you can play whatever archetype you want, but the only stipulation is that you can use up to 3 banned cards on the list currently. So you can't use 3 of, like I couldn't use triple max C, but I can use 1 max C, 1 Kieran, and 1 whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be a fun tournament. I don't know if I'll be able to make it because of work, but it sounds like a lot of fun. I at least want to go and record so you guys can check out what people are doing and having fun with. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Be nice to each other, keep it kind, keep it respectful, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Take care.